Warning, there are profanity, topics, and other opinions that could offend you. Please watch and or listen at your own risk, and enjoy the show. Hey guys, it's RDiK, Old School Duelist, whoever you want to call me, and welcome back to the Voidcast Season 3, where no topic is off the table. Just a quick update to last Sunday's, Sunday? I think it was Sunday. It's either Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember what day. I think it was Sunday. The last Sunday's episode, or whatever, Saturday, I don't remember what day. That really random episode I put up to explain a couple things. Everything's fine. We're good. We're good. That sums up everything like that. But today we got a couple things that we're going to be talking about. We have just a couple things. I want to update on the channel that I will go into in just a second. Then we got two stories from Polygon. They're really quick stories. And then we got Overwatch League news updates things. Because I'm not trying to record this real quick because I was gonna stream, but I took a nap and I didn't get up till like 6 or 7. It's 9 o'clock now. I had to eat. I had to wake up and shit. But yeah, so just a couple things. Wanted to take care of it, all that. I'm still tired. Holy shit, how am I still tired? And then I'm gonna go stream. And then we got Overwatch. Gonna update the first 2 weeks because I wanted to do Overwatch League coverage, but I have not uploaded a podcast the past 2 weeks. So yeah, and then I'm gonna talk about Monster Hunter because when this episode goes up, Monster Hunter comes out the next day. So I wanted to just talk about Monster Hunter Worlds and how excited I am because I'm such a fucking huge Monster Hunter fan. If you're a long-time listener to the podcast, then you know that I gush over Monster Hunter and all that fun stuff. But moving on to it, so the quick updates for the channel. I'm just going to kind of slowly ease into things, because if you listen to that random Voidcast episode, then you know exactly why I'm going to ease into things. Just kind of want to ease into everything because I'm trying new things. I'm going to explore new options for the channel. Just trying to do new things. I'm starting to stream a little more. I'm trying to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream. Just nightly ones for like maybe 2-3 hours, something like that. Tonight's probably going to be really quick, or probably going to be like an hour after I'm done recording this, because I have work tomorrow and it's a full day, so that's going to be fun. So, yeah. And then also with the but some new stuff about the podcast. Next week, I will be looking into Audio Boom and possibly doing a live stream of the podcast when I live record it, and then, post it to Audio Boom on Wednesday, and then it goes on to my YouTube channel on Thursday. That is the goal and the potential schedule for the podcast now. Obviously, it'll be links to everything in this. Once I do pull the trigger, which probably be next week, I'll be pulling the trigger on all that stuff and actually moving forward with moving the podcast to Audio Boom. Now, with Audio Boom, I've heard great things about it. I haven't heard that it dicks over people or anything like that. The only thing, I'll be starting out on the smallest package tier, which is like $10 a month, which isn't bad at all. That's not bad at all because, you get to put your stuff on there and they give you, free range to like look at analytics, stuff like that. They promote it, stuff like that. Well, I don't know if they like exactly promote it, but they have connections to allow you to put it on Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and iTunes Radio, stuff like that. Basically put it on a lot of audio websites and stuff like that. So that'll be really fucking cool to actually have the podcast on there. And the only downfall with having the smallest tier package is, that I'm only allowed to upload 5 episodes a month. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is not necessarily just starting over, but kind of just like, continuing on there, slowly uploading, and then on weeks where it's like with work it just gets a little crazy and I just don't have time to record a podcast for up there, is just upload an old one. Like one from there to slowly try to progressively move the podcast on there. Because I know that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. It's not starting to warm up outside, like per se, like, it's getting warmer on a day-to-day basis, but all these warmer days, work might tend to carry on a little more. Plus, my work schedule is changing to where I won't have Monday and Tuesdays off. I will be working Monday to Thursday, with Thursday being a double shift. So that's going to be fun. That just means I'll have to rework how I do my uploads and stuff like that, and do my recordings, which is another reason why I'm going to ease into recording videos. I definitely want to jump back into doing the podcast because I love doing the podcast. But yes, I'm ranting. We're already like 5.5 minutes in, and I have not talked any news or anything like that. But yeah, just to let you guys know, I'm going to be easing into doing videos, find a new flux, because I'm pretty sure, because I'm almost positive next week starts my new work schedule. And then Stitcher Radio, or not Stitcher, Audio Boom. I will be looking into that this weekend, and I'll probably moving forward with it on Tuesday, and I'll probably also live stream it. So if I do end up doing a live stream, it will be on Twitch. That's where I'm going to be doing all my streaming. I just don't really like YouTube's platform for streaming. You're not only fighting with people that actually upload, but you're also fighting with people that, have established audiences and can just live stream at YouTube at any possible time. At least with Twitch, you go on there to look at live streams, and they have legit a thing specifically designed for podcasts. So I'm going to be working on that. So don't worry, I'll put out a quick little video, probably a 30-second video, 30-second to a minute video, just saying hey, I'm live, stuff like that. But yes, look forward to that, and I'll be posting all links to everything, and look forward to the podcast being being put onto Spotify. So that's going to be fucking amazing. Moving on to news, I got 2 articles from Polygon as normal, but Miitomo is shutting down in May. Miitomo is the app, the Nintendo Mii app for your phone, and it's shutting down May 9th on 12 a.m. or on 12 a.m. at 12 a.m. on May 9th. So, and that's specific time. It's specifically, I meant to say Pacific. That's Pacific time. So you never know when exactly what times, or basically what I'm getting at is adjust accordingly. Because, some people might not be in it. But just quickly go into it, kind of just give you a brief rundown. Nintendo is just, you won't be able to interact with the app. As of, you will no longer be able to see your answers or messages on the app. You will no longer be able to use items obtained in the app, such as clothing, items, wallpapers, and posters. You can transfer your Mii character to your Nintendo account by linking it to Miitomo. Its personality and other information will not be carried over, so it'll be technically a new person with the same looks. That's a little weird. Sidekick Mii characters will be deleted, so you can keep Sidekick Mii characters by saving them as a QR code before the end service of May 9th at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Pacific. Almost a specific time again. It's specifically at 12 a.m. Anyways, Pacific time, they can be transferred to Mii Maker on your 3DS family systems or Wii U console. The fact that Nintendo's still supporting the Wii U, that's crazy. I feel like that's mostly because there are still some games on the Wii U that are not on the Switch yet, such as Smash. Nintendo, I know you're not fucking watching this at all, and if you are, why? But move at least Smash 4 to the Switch. That'd be fucking amazing. But I mean, they have Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, and they still have Smash on the Wii U. And those are 2 games that people are just, still in for. And actually, some people still play Splatoons on the Wii, or Splatoon 1 on the Wii U, even though Splatoon, some things with the new recent game modes and on the Switch version, they're pretty. I'd rather just play the Splatoon 2. Plus, I can take it anywhere. Can you take your Wii U anywhere? You will not be able to view MiS-photos, including MiS-photos you have shared to your social media channels. If you save any MiS-photos, you must save them to your smart device before May 9th. Miitomo themed icons, themed icons and clothing items used in your Nintendo account or Super Mario Run will not display after the service has ended. Basically, wow. Then this has only been around for... by the time it goes off, it will just be over a year. Well, not just over. A couple months, like a year and 2 months. Because launched at the end of March of 2016, the social network that connects, the user, blah, blah, blah. But basically, they're mostly going to be putting all their work into the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Which I'd never, I'm not shitting on what you call it, on Animal Crossing. It looks cool. I'm glad, to some people, that game's fucking amazing, which I'm all for. Have fun with it. I like, if you like it, cool. I dated a girl that loved Animal Crossing, and she fucking was playing it constantly on the 3DS. It's just not for me. It's just, I know it's one of those management games, and I like the management games. I like the minimal, micromanage your town and shit like that, and just develop and everything like that. That is cool. I love those types of games, but the aesthetic of Animal Crossing just seems to me just not my cup of tea. It seems too simple. I'm not trying to not trying to bash it in any way possible. It's not for me. And if you like it, awesome. I'm glad you have a game that you love fucking playing. And for the people that actually play the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, I'm really happy for you. And I'm glad, again, that you have a fun game that can occupy your time. I occupy my time with Duel Links on my phone, which you should get it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, it's an amazing game. Basically, they took Yu-Gi-Oh! And cut it in half, and it's pandering kind of to a lot of the Generation 1 people with the few hints of the competitive play for, the people that actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively and want Yu-Gi-Oh! On the go. Hashtag not an ad or a sponsor ad, no whatever. But it's a really fucking fun game. I play the shit out of it. I stream it a lot, so yeah, check it out. Moving on to the next story is with Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go just added 23 new monsters, or Pokemon. Why don't you just fucking say that? They are Gen 3, which is my favorite gen. So yeah, I'm gonna just, the list is right here. It's only 23, so it's not that hard to read. We got Whismur, Loudred, Exploud, Aeron, Larion, Aggron, Numel, Camerupt, Trapinch, Vibra, however you pronounce it, Flygon, Cacnea, Cacturne, Lunatone, and Solrock. I like them. Let's see, a majority of the Pokemon and does it. Oh, okay, so there's more. There's a few more. I forgot some. Nosepass, Torkoal, Baltoy, Claydol, Lileep, Cradilly, Anorith, and Armaldo. Yeah, that's pretty fucking awesome. I'm glad that Pokemon Go is still updated game. I don't play it anymore. Like I said, I play Duel Links, so download Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, hashtag not an ad. And they also have Kyogre and Lugia in there as well. Is raid Pokemon, which is awesome. From reading this article in front of my here, that Pokemon is pretty awesome. So yeah, there's just there's also more. That's only 15. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm excited. I mean, I don't really play Pokemon anymore. Because I don't play Pokemon Go anymore. Just because I just don't. It's not my thing. It was cool when it came out, but now I just don't really play it all that much. I tried to jump back into it when Gen 2 got released, but it just wasn't really fun all that much. But moving on to Overwatch League news. Now we're covering the first 2 weeks. Currently, as of me recording this, Shanghai Dragons and Seoul Dynasty are going... Sorry to say this, but Shanghai Dragons need to get their shit together. Their preseason, they lost. I think they only played one game in the preseason, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they only played one game they played 2 games in the preseason and lost both. They did go against on Friday, December 8th against the Boston Uprising. They did go 3-2. Boston won, but what the fuck can you do about it? But moving on to week 1. This would be January 10th through January 13th. We have, on Wednesday, on January 10th, it was the Shock versus the Valiant. Go Valiant. Shanghai versus the Gladiators. Dallas Fuel versus Seoul Dynasty. And Valiant went 4-0. Gladiators went 4-0. And Seoul Dynasty went 4-0. On January 11th, we had the London Spitfire versus the Florida Mayhem. London Spitfire won 3-1. Philadelphia Fusion versus... Wow, what a fucking stutter. Philadelphia Fusion versus the Houston Outlaws. They went 3-2. Boston Uprising versus the New York Excelsior 3-1. My take from the Houston Outlaws. I like the Houston Outlaws. They are a really good team. I really enjoy watching them when I do catch them playing. I really enjoy watching them. We had Excelsior, the New York. They beat the Boston Uprising 3-1. I haven't really watched the Boston Uprising. But Excelsior, I watched them go against the Valiants. Oh my god, that was actually intense to watch. Florida Mayhem. Florida Mayhem interests me a lot. Like, I really like their team. The only thing that I don't like about them is they are only a 6-man team, which means they have literally no substitutes. So it's really bad when because then that means they really, like, once a team basically figures out how they play, you can fucking just beat them. Once they know all their combos and their strats and everything, you can more than likely, if you've already won, if you lost the first one, possibly the second one, you can more than likely beat them in game 3 and 4, and if you have to go to a game 5, then you can probably beat them. Like, you can more than likely beat them. Moving on to January 12th, we had the Valiant versus Dallas Fuel, Florida Mayhem versus the Boston Uprising, and the San Francisco Shock versus the Shanghai Dragons. Valiant beat the Dallas Fuel 3-0. Boston Uprising beat Florida Mayhem 4-0. San Francisco Shock beat Shanghai Dragons 3-1. That was the one match that the Shanghai Dragons have won this year. I mean, their game is still going currently right now, as of me recording this. So you'll hear about it next week when I talk about it, because I'm gonna be doing weekly coverage of the Overwatch League. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'll talk about it next week. I'll talk about this week's next week's. Shanghai Dragons, they really need to get their shit together. I'm not going to say they're bad. They do have a lot of skill. Their biggest thing that I've noticed is that they don't work well together as a team. Like, they don't fluctuate. Like, they don't move fluently like some of the other teams do. We're not going to talk about Seoul Dynasty because, let's be honest, they're the best fucking team in the league. And actually, who is it? Houston Excelsior. They're facing them this week, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm just not excited. Like, I'm excited to watch it, but at the same time, I'm not excited. Moving on to January 13th, we have the London Spitfire, who beat the Philadelphia Fusion 4-0. The New York Excelsior versus the Houston Outlaws 3-1. Seoul Dynasty versus the Los Angeles Gladiators 4-0. Like I said, Seoul Dynasty, they're too fucking, like, they're the best team in the league. They played, how many games did they play in the preseason? They played 1, 2, 3, and they won all of them. They won all, they were the only team that went, was it the only team that went undefeated? Let's see, Valiant, oh no, okay, never mind. But no, Seoul Dynasty, they played 3 matches in the preseason, they won all 3, and it's like, it's cool. I mean, my only thing is, like, there's going to be a team that is really fucking good. No matter what sport, event type of thing you do, there's always going to be that one team that is just literally the best. But even then, if they play this entire season undefeated, I'm going to be like, what the fuck? It's really just going to annoy the shit out of me. So far, they are undefeated. And again, not to be bogus and rude to the Shanghai Dragons or any people that is a Shanghai Dragon fan, they're gonna get stomped. Like, they're getting stomped by Seoul Dynasty. Whenever they play against them, they're just gonna get stomped. That was week 2, which is January 17th through January 20th. On January 17th, we had San Francisco Shock versus the Philadelphia Fusion. Philadelphia Fusion won 2-1. I did not catch that game. I actually missed that one completely. Then we have Florida Mayhem versus the Seoul Dynasty. Can you guess? Seoul Dynasty destroyed the Florida Mayhem 4-0. I want to say that game that I'm gonna just check on the match details of that game. I want to say, yeah, game 1 and 2. Seoul Dynasty won those games 2-1, and then Game 3 just completely shit on them 2-0, and then Game 4, Seoul Dynasty beat Florida Mayhem 3-2. So that was a little annoying. I don't know. Like I said, just I'm not saying I'm biased, but just Seoul Dynasty needs to just calm the fuck down. Like, they really do. I'm not saying like throw matches, but I mean at the same time, with their it was Friday, January 19th. But yeah, no, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And it makes, like, every Seoul Dynasty game, like, if I catch a Seoul Dynasty game, cool. If I don't, I'm literally not going to be broken up about it, unless it's a Valiant. Then I'm going to watch the Valiant. But yeah, it's annoying. It's really fucking annoying to watch. And then we have the Houston Outlaws versus the Shanghai Dragons, and the Outlaws beat the Dragons 4-0, and I watched that game, and that was they shit on them. Basically, they shit on them. It made me really, like, I'm not even lying, it made me really appreciate a second team, because before I watched, first I thought I was going to be London Spitfire, because they were according, like, just reading, like, analyst notes and stuff like that, they were the team that every analyst was well, not every, but a majority of the analysts were like, they have a lot of good players. So, like, they were, everyone thought they were gonna be like one of the top teams. They're not bad. I'm not saying they're terrible. They're terrible, but they're pretty mediocre. They're pretty mediocre. I like them. They're not bad. Moving on to January 18th. We had the Dallas Fuel versus the Houston Outlaws, and the Houston Outlaws won 4-0. The New York Excelsior versus Los Angeles Valiant. Excelsiors beats Valiants, and that was a very saddening game to watch. Like, oh my god, that was really fucking annoying. Game 4 was just, And then we had Philadelphia Fusion versus the Los Angeles Gladiators, and the Gladiators won 3-2. I don't really remember that game too much. There's just some teams that, like, I personally I don't care about. Like, all the players are good. Like, I'm not knocking any players or anything like that. They're, I'm happy this is a thing. But, there's just some teams I literally just don't give a shit about. Like, the big 4 teams that, like, I'm going to watch, that I'm going to, like, keep track of and watch is, Dallas Fuel, Houston Outlaws, Newark Excelsiors, and the Los Angeles Valiant. I definitely am a Los Angeles, or an LA Valiant fan. I like them a lot. I like the players, I like their strats, I like their skills. They're really good. Houston Outlaws definitely is a close second, because I love the players. The players are just amazing. It is I want to say it's a full American. No. Outlaws, they're not a full American team. But they're just a really good team, and I love their flow together, their strats, their cooperation. That's what I'm looking for. Cooperation and all that fun stuff. It's really interesting and fun to watch them. Favorite player on the team so far. My favorite player in the league right now is Jake from the Houston Outlaws. Plays a mean ass. I wrote it down. Who is his main? Give me a second. I was just taking a couple notes and watching some of the games. He plays a mean ass something. I can't remember what it is. Junkrat. That's his that's his main. Jake is he's a really amazing Junkrat player. When I see him play Junkrat, it's fucking scary. Moving on to January 19th. We had the Seoul Dynasty versus the Boston Uprising. Can you guess Dynasty won 4-0. Shanghai Dragons versus the Florida Mayhem. Mayhem won. I mean, like, again, I want to say Dragons are a 9-person team, but yet Florida Mayhem stomped them. And then we had London Spitfire versus the Dallas Fuel. London Spitfire won 3-1. Fun fact about the Boston Uprising team. The Dynasty versus the Boston Uprising game. With the Seoul Dynasty, they actually had their low tier players actually play that game, and Dynasty still won. So again, it proves my point of the fact that like Seoul Dynasty just needs to calm down. And like, again, I'm not shitting on them. Like, I really don't want to like come off as a person that's just like fuck Seoul Dynasty. No, they're good players. They are phenomenal players. Just in my personal opinion, it's not gonna be fun to watch. The league or like the entire thing it's not gonna surprise me at all if they go all the way. Even if they lose in the finals, it's not going to surprise me at all, even if they even go to the finals. So, yeah. And then for January 20th, for last week, we had the Los Angeles Valiant versus the London Spitfire. Spitfire won 3-2. With LA Gladiators versus the New York Excelsiors, they won 4-0. And the Boston Uprising versus the San Francisco Shock. And the Shock won 3-2. The Valiant Spitfire game, that was a really good game to watch. And also with the LA Gladiators versus the Excelsiors, NYEs. It was really, even though Gladiators lost 4-0, it was still a really nice or fun game to watch. It was really good. At moments, it was back and forth like crazy. But you can say that about any game, but this was a back and forth that was like a good back and forth. Like 1 minute Gladiators are holding it, next you know Excelsior comes out of nowhere and just fucking stomps on them. But it was a good game to watch. It was a really good game. And like I said, Excelsiors, they're a team that I'm paying attention to and watching a lot of. Spitfires, they're cool. I like it. It's cool if they're a team from London, and I'm a huge England, UK person. But yeah, so that is it for week 1 and week 2. Don't worry, guys. I'll come back at you next week with week 3. I'm really excited. I'm loving the way this is going. It's something in the video game industry that I'm really paying attention to. And like the fact that it has such a decent following. Usually, during games and everything like that, on like days where there's games and stuff, usually by game 3 you really see half of the crowd gone, like the live crowd, but it's still really interesting to watch. I'm pretty sure the views online are just fucking crazy, which I'm going to have them on in the background while I'm playing, because LA Gladiators versus LA Valiant, they're playing at 10, so I'm going to have that on muted while I'm live streaming, so fun. I'm excited to watch that. Like I said, big LA Valiant fan. I love the players. The players are really fucking phenomenal and really good. And I can't wait to watch Valiant versus the Outlaws, because those are two teams that I really, really enjoy. I don't know if they're ever going to play against each other. I could look forward, but I don't feel like it. But that is it for Overwatch League stuff. I had to do a quick 2-week coverage, and a small pointer or small things that I've watched or that I noticed throughout the 2 weeks of watching the games. So that is it for esports news or Overwatch League news and my Polygon news. Now on to Monster Hunter. Because as of this episode of the Voidcast going up is going to be Thursday, December, January 25th, which Dragon Ball Z Fighters is going to be out on that day. Something that I enjoy Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball. I grew up watching Dragon Ball, so Dragon Ball is really fucking cool to watch. But with just fighting games, I'm not good at them. I like playing them with friends and stuff, but it's not something where I'm just like, oh man, new fighting game, Pokken. I freaked out about Pokken just because it was on Switch. I'll freak out about anything on Switch because, well, at least any main title things that are franchises I enjoy, like Pokken. And like when I heard about Xenoverse 2 coming to the Switch, I was like, oh my god, yes! Because I like Xenoverse. I love the Xenoverse idea, which the new stuff is coming out next month, which I'll probably talk about. I'm pretty sure it comes out next Saturday, February 2nd, or next Friday on February 2nd, I want to say. I'm going to look that up real quick. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 6 release date. The release date for that is shit. I don't care. I don't care enough to look. It comes out in February. That's all I know. It says it in the store. If you want to know, look it up for your fucking self. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really fucking excited for that. I love the Xenoverse idea. The new characters that are coming out. It's gonna be awesome. I'm fucking excited. Anyways, moving on. Because I sidetracked. But yeah, this episode comes out the day before Monster Hunter Worlds. I didn't play any beta because I don't own a PS4, which I kind of want a PS4. But I don't really have the push to go get a PS4 right now. But when I'll have it for Xbox. I probably won't be able to stream any of it. If I do, it'll be on Mixer because I don't have a capture card, which I'm actually going to buy a capture card really soon because I want a capture card so I can stream that because Monster Hunter is fucking amazing. But yeah, so Monster Hunter Worlds, I have kept myself for the most part blind. That's what I've done with every single Monster Hunter game, as blind as I can, except for a demo. Because on Monster Hunter 3 or Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, played the demo. It was awesome. But again, it's Monster Hunter, so it was like the same shit that I've used to all the time. Monster Hunter World is a totally different story. For the most part, the only thing I know is one of their big face monsters, which is the Nagante, something like that. The big horned black dragon looking motherfucker. I've looked at that thing. I've seen it. I don't know what it does. Don't know how it works. Can't wait to fucking beat its ass. And then I've seen like how there's like with some of the maps there is, there's traps, built-in traps within the environment. Like, some monsters can get stuck in vines or, just easier, hills and stuff like that. And what was it? And then there's some monsters will literally fight the other monsters and eat them, which is intense. I'm excited. I'm so fucking excited for Monster Hunter Worlds. I'm running short on time, so I can't really go too much into it because doing the Overwatch League coverage was, this is my show, I can do whatever the fuck I want, but I'm still trying to keep it around the 30 to 40, or the 30 minute mark. If I go a little bit over, it's not that big of a deal, but I don't want to go crazy over, unless there's a guest or something, I'll make exceptions to that, but when it's just me, I want to try and keep it to the 30 minute mark. Anyways, yes, I'm really excited, I'm so excited for this, it'll be the first Monster Hunter game on console coming to the States since Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate and 3 Try and all that for the Wii and the Wii U. Basically Monster Hunter 3 for the Wii and the Wii U. I'm so excited. I'm very, very looking forward to this, and I cannot wait to wake up and be like, yes. So I'll be able to give you guys, because I'll be playing it all fucking weekend. I already got my squad. I got my 4-man squad to just fuck up some fucking monsters. The graphics, I've seen pictures, I've seen on the website pictures of what the monsters look like and stuff like that. It looks fucking phenomenal. I cannot wait. And then with, what is it? And then I looked, because my buddy who has a PS4, he was able to play the beta. He was posting pictures, or sending pictures to me on Snapchat. The map and everything like that looks completely different. It looks fresh to the eye. It looks very appealing to the eye. My biggest thing that I'm really curious about is how the online will work, because the closest thing that we have to an actual worldwide Monster Hunter game that's always online is, that's what their goal, their goal was with this game, was to make a online Monster Hunter, is Monster Hunter Online, which is a Chinese MMO. Monster Hunter game, and they have a leveling system on there, which is a little annoying. And they did change some things on Monster Hunter Online, like the combinations. Some of the recipes for the combinations are different. Like with the Mega Potions, it's not just a potion and a honey. It's potion, honey, and then some other item that's I don't even know where to fucking get. So I don't know how to make Mega Potions. I just kind of live off the ones they give me. Because they've given me like 3 a day or something like that. And then since there's a leveling system that changes the entire HR ranks type of thing, HR ranks are still a thing in there, but you have your low ranks and then you had your high ranks. That was totally different. Like that was. It was different. And then they have their daily bounties. I'm curious to see. Here's also my thing though. Is I don't know. I know Monster Hunter Online is still a Capcom owned thing. I don't know if Monster Hunter, or I don't know if Capcom still owns and does everything for Monster Hunter Online. Because whenever you open it, I don't remember the intro at all. I would open it up, but it'll come through the speakers and everything like that. I just don't want it to come through the speakers. Even if I mute it in my headphones, it'll still come through. It literally picks up any sound whatsoever. I literally would have to stop this and start it over, or start over the podcast, or start over the recording just to see if it opened up. But whenever you open it, there's a company called Tencent and Wii Games. That Wii Games is, I think it's the company that does the client, because you know how like Steam and Blizzard's and Ubisoft's, their client where it opens up, you can see all their games and everything, and then you can just go from there, see your friends, updates, stuff like that. Same thing with Riot for League of Legends. They have that now. Before they didn't have that client and then go into it, and now with the recent 2018 update, it was either 2018 or late December 2017 update. That's when they added the Wii Games client. So I'm really curious to see how that client's going to work on PC. When they do bring it over to PC, I'm pretty sure they're just going to go through. If they're smart to make it simple for everybody, just go through Steam. Just go through fucking Steam. Which we're not going to see a PC version of Monster Hunter Worlds till like fall, they said. Like literally Capcom came out and they're just like, yeah, yo, we're working on it. It's not going to be out till like probably fall. And I was like, fuck, well, it looks like I'm going to play this shit out of the console version. Because once it's on PC, that's it. That's all I'm gonna be playing is the PC version, unless like my squad, my Xbox squad, wants to play it online there. I'll definitely play it online with them. But I'll probably more than likely, once the PC version comes out, playing a lot with my buddy Jesse and Kevin if he gets it for PC. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I have it pre-ordered. I'm picking it up Friday. Probably on my way to work, but I'm picking it up, and I can't fucking wait to fucking play it. I'm so fucking ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to throw down and fucking murder a monster. But that's all the time I have for in this week's episode. Just to kind of remind everyone that I am streaming more. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays late nights. I'm trying to start around 8ish. This Friday I won't be doing it because of work. But, once I start the new schedule, I will definitely be able to do Fridays. And I'm trying to start around 8. If I don't start at 8, it'll be at 9. If not, just look out on my Twitter, which I will have a link to Twitter down below, or links to social media down below. I'll have a link to Twitter, or I'll post something on Twitter. It'll be a small video if I'm starting late. Or if I'm starting late, I'll post a video on YouTube for that stuff. But yep, thank you guys and for watching and or listening to the podcast. Watch out for the podcast to be on Spotify probably next week. And I will be trying to do live streams of the podcast. So that's gonna be fun. I gotta figure out how all that works. But thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to other videos and to the channel. And tell your friends about us. Like, tell us. Like, that's the that's the best thing you can do. If you watch it, tell someone about me. If you enjoy it, just mention. Say, hey, I watch this person on YouTube, their podcast, or after it goes after this is, if you're listening to this on Spotify afterwards, then I listen to this person on Spotify. You could check them out right there on fucking Spotify. But yeah, thank you guys. Hit that bell icon for when the stuff goes up there because you'll get notifications when I fucking upload. But yeah, thank you guys, and have a wonderful, beautiful night, day thing, or whatever.
We'll be right back.